Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be working on the Margarete Miller Collage Weekly. I am only on week 3. Honestly, it's just taken me a while this year to get into this one. I'm sorry. It just has. So I'm on week 3. This week we need something from a calendar, an old sticky note, something associated with relaxation, something found at a farmer's market, a receipt. Our bonus is a game or puzzle piece. So this is my book I'm using this year. I had really given up. I didn't know what I was going to use, and I was at Walmart in January and found this. I loved it. So this is what we're using. I just think it's adorable. And it has a bookmark that came with it. I love it. So, we'll get out week 2. I've done so much this year. I think I'm going to have to replace that tag. I hate that it's that color. I wish I wouldn't have done that, but I don't know. We'll see. Hey, look back at something and you think, what was I thinking when I chose that color? What? I wasn't thinking, was I? I'm trying to find a spot to put my journal here. Okay, so I've got these papers that I printed we're going to put on here. Get that done real quick like. I hope that y'all are having a good day. I am. I'm actually home alone. I haven't had much of that since my husband's accident. He is in town. He's able to drive now. It's a very weird feeling. But he took our trash in town. We take our trash to my parents. They offered that after my husband's accident because trash pickup here is very, very expensive. Very, very. It's very outrageous. And most weeks we have like half a bag. We don't have very much. It's just the 2 of us, you know, no kids. And we just don't have very much. I can't get that to slide up there. I'm just going to have to cut it off because it won't. And so they said, why don't you just bring it into us? So we have been. Because it is crazy, crazy expensive here. It wasn't so bad, but right about the time of his accident, a company came in and they bought all of the other companies that, I think there was 3, including the one we used. They bought them all up, and they bought the city dump. They bought everything. And then they started charging outrageous prices, and nobody can compete. Nobody can come in and compete because they own the dump. So you can't, you got nowhere to take it because they own the dump. The only one. my father-in-law calls him greedy for life. And then recently they decided you have to use their trash can. They don't have special trucks, you know, that hook onto the trash can and dump it. So, well, you gotta use their special trash can. But he didn't buy one. They were very expensive. He didn't buy one. But they delivered one to his house and charged him for it. And you got to use it. And it's identical to the one they own in how it looks and how it's shaped and everything else, except for it's painted green with their logo. But otherwise, it's exactly the same. Cost a whole lot more than the one they had. But you gotta use theirs. They're just, it's very, very crazy. And there's no way around it. Oops, this one's gonna do the same thing. This paper must be crooked. I printed it and cut it out, but it must be crooked. It's the same way with groceries here. We have one grocery store. They know it, and they charge us huge. It was in the newspaper that our city council is trying to get another grocery store to come here, but I don't know if they will. Because we're out in the boonies, and my family owned a grocery store for years, and I know that part of the reason they closed was it cost so much to get the groceries here. Well, the grocery store that is here owns many, many, many grocery stores all around. They have a huge one in the main city where they started, and then they own little ones all over. So that wouldn't be a problem for them because they just have their own trucks and send the groceries to all the little bitty towns where they own stores. So that's not a problem to them. But then, you know, any other little place, anybody else that would open a grocery store is going to have the same problem that all of our little grocery stores had that closed. So, I don't know. I guess it's time to empty that when it's open all on its own. Anyway, that's what's going on in my area. But my husband went in to take its grocery night. Tomorrow morning is trash day, so he went in to my parents and I stayed home. My mom's at Bible study. I've kind of quit going. It's almost over for the year. And I have missed so many weeks because of illness and being gone and just all kinds of stuff that I've kind of quit going because I don't even know where they're at in the book. I don't have a clue what's going on. So he just went to my parents and he's going to the grocery store. And I'm home alone. Before his accident, I was always home alone because he'd worked at least 60 hours a week. Harvest time, he'd work 70, 80 hours a week at least. That's how I used to spend all that time in here. Alright, let's get some ink on here. I forgot to wash my big brush again. I'm gonna set this out where it's right in front of me. I spilled my Alani and it went all over my brush. I gotta get it washed out. If it would have been my water, I wouldn't have bothered it at all, but well, I did a really bad job this week, didn't I? So we're supposed to have temperatures in the 80s by the end of the week. I guess it's almost the end of the week. We had snow earlier this week and 80s by the end of the week. Pretty cool. I have no idea how this collage is going to come together. I just got all of the prompts gathered, and then we'll see how it comes together. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I guess I got this side glued down much better. If you have not heard of the Margarete Miller Collage Weekly Challenge, I will have a link to her channel below. Oops, let me ink around this so that you could go to her channel. Her Etsy is Mellow Miller, M-E-L-L-O-W, Miller. If you would like to go and purchase the prompts and join. They're really cheap. I can't remember how much they are, but it's a very decent price. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. I decided I'm going to start doing that because I end up losing them every week. Everything's nice and clean right now, but in a minute it's going to turn into chaos. And this ends up, I don't know where. And we'll set it right up here where I can see it, and this one needs to be facing this way. Alright, so we're going to start with something from a calendar. I have this old calendar that I like to use for stuff like this. Weekly Memo, 1962. So we will just take something out. I've never used this one yet. It's so aged. I love it. How about first day of spring? March 1962. Hey, that's today. And we'll just glue this down here. Let's get some ink on here though. Maybe let's kind of do that a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I don't care if it's kind of ripping up the edges a little bit. I think this is the right one. I did have another one of these. You know, I told you guys I thought I bought another one. I couldn't find it. The bag got set in our extra bedroom. I don't know. In our spare bedroom. I don't know why. So I took and I put a little bitty sticker on there. That reminds me I want to use this for lighter colors or other colors, not my browns. Oops. So this is great. It's from Dollar Tree, and it just leaves the very faintest. It doesn't leave any marks, and it just kind of leaves a faint brown. It's not harsh. So it's great when you're just kind of wanting just a little bit, not a... So it's catching those lines. And I'm purposely kind of wrinkling it up as I'm going. I normally don't. It normally doesn't do that. Okay. Alright, now, oops, I have to take that down to get to my brush. I'm going to knock everything off of my little shelf if I'm not careful. Alright, so, let's see. Let's use this. I'll probably have to put some other glue along the edges. Oops. Okay, there it is. I was very confused for a minute there, because I know I saw that go under there. I'm trying to make this last another month. That's why I didn't do the whole thing. Trying not to buy it this month. Let's see. Alright, so we got the calendar taken care of. Now, I'm going to use one of these sticky notes, I believe. I don't have any sticky notes that are written on. I could also use one of these sticky notes. I just realized I have this one down here. These are very old too. We'll see which one looks best. Something associated with relaxation. We're going to use out of my book again. And we're going to use this image. I don't want to take my bookmark off because then I won't. Well, I'll go ahead and take it off and we'll just cut her out. Looks pretty relaxed to me. And I will probably put her on. I have a paper here. Although, if I put her directly on that, she'll be fine. I didn't want her on this paper. So she looks pretty relaxed, doesn't she? So that's out of this book. Got her from Amazon. So that's what we're going to use there. Okay, and then something found at the farmer's market. I have this thing of stickers. This has been in my room for many, many years. This is from a sticker wall. Do you remember, anybody remember when the scrapbook stores had sticker walls? I think the stationery stores, I have been watching TikToks. Oh, I gotta, just a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, what I started to say is I've been watching a lot of stationery TikToks. You know, people are doing a lot of junk journaling and stationery store hauls, and it looks like they're having sticker walls in stationery stores now, with the ones where you peel them off like they used to have in stickers in okay, let me get this out right. Scrapbook stores, there used to be walls and your stickers would be on rolls and you'd peel them off and you'd rip off your thing. I can't get it out, but anyway, this is from way back then. So I can tell by the perforation, and I remember getting it. I got it in St. Louis, and I've had it that long. Yeah, a long time, like 20 plus years. I'm going to use them today. And then the next thing is a receipt. This is a receipt from my grandpa's grocery store. We were just talking about that too. And this is his writing. He had absolutely beautiful writing. I always wondered, did he sit and practice, or did that come naturally because he had gorgeous writing? So, okay, a game piece. This is a card from the game Authors. It's a very old edition of it too, and I picked Mark Twain. So that's what we're going to get on here. So let's see how we can make this all fit. I kind of want to get the March. I guess March is here too, but I want to make sure March somehow fits on here. And I think she would look best either on here or on here. And I want her on this side. So then maybe him here. Let's get some ink around this. I think that would look better if it was ink. And maybe, because this is a copy of it, I'm not using the real one. I have the real one put away. I have no idea why this was special and saved, but I have it put away. It's the only one that I have. There was just some things saved. I have a... that's not it. This is some things. We have... These are some food stamps that were still in. This one has their stamp on it. You can't see it, but it's got the grocery store name and a stamp. And this is a check that he wrote. And it's, see his writing? So I don't know why these things were special. This was from 1956. I don't know, and I can't tell. This is the same amount as this check. So whatever this is for, this is the same amount. Exactly the same amount as this check. I never noticed that. So it's probably the same thing, but I don't know. Anyway, there's just, I have a briefcase that has got important stuff in it. It's an old briefcase. And I've scanned some of it and I use it for ephemera, but I don't use the real stuff. I may someday, like, make myself a junk journal and put the real stuff in there, like a special junk journal that's I'm going to keep. But when I'm doing something like this, that's not, like, just random, I don't put it in there. But if I make it, like, if I make a special one that I'm going to put everything in, then I may put stuff in there, because it'll all be in one place, not just in a random journal here and there. Okay, I think I'm going to glue this down right here. And then, I don't know, maybe I can put her kind of half on and half off, not just, not sure, maybe down here. And put this guy here, or maybe this would work better than the other one. And kind of layer. Although maybe I want that. Maybe I want that to go under there. Maybe, yeah, I think I do. Okay. keep the spring uncovered, but I think I'm going to have to cover it. I got to cover something on here, don't I? Okay, and then maybe put... I'm going to put some ink. It's just not quite dark enough for me. I guess I could put some of the veggies up there. That wants to bend, we'll let it. I'll put some veggies here and then some up here, and that'll help. Okay, that's what we'll do. I'll put her. Oh, I folded that over. No, I did. Okay, good. I thought I did. Oh, she's two separate things. Oh, good. Okay. We'll put her right down here. Put her clouds right there. Now, let's see. Do I want to put these here? Let's put. Whoa, that didn't work. I don't like. Okay, I'm gonna put them more like that because I had a look when I had them up there. I had that, and I don't like that there, so I'm going to put them more down so that I don't have that. And I'm going to put that back there, and then maybe put this here. There we go. Yes, and then do I want, we'll put some lettuce there, and maybe how about some corn? And should I put one more bunch somewhere? Maybe right here or up here. Can't say it's my favorite, but it's not the worst. It's got everything on it. I need something right there. I don't have anything. So that's how it's going to be. Alright, let's put it in the book. Some weeks it's just done, right? It's just done. Soon I'm going to have to replace these with bigger ones. I do have a set to do it with. It's just a pain. But I'm going to have to get it done. Okay, here we go. We have our calendar is in the background. Our old sticky note. Something associated with relaxation is our lady here. She's looking at the clouds. I guess she's trying to find shapes, maybe. Something found at the farmer's market is all of our beautiful vegetables. Our receipt and our game piece. So, thank you for joining me. You have a blessed day, and I will see you soon. Bye.